Oh. Evening, Internet Tutor. It's one of those days where we're in the office, the studio, and we just want to talk about some fundamentals, and it's something I've been thinking about for quite a while and needs to be explained. What is money and where does it come from? Okay, or what is money to you? Now I'm going to try not to go too deep on this video. I know we sometimes go right on about things and so on. I'm going to try and keep it really simple and open the debate and talk for future videos. Okay, I'm in the UK here, and depending on what each of you thinks money is, okay, that's important, because whatever you think money is your belief. Okay, maybe I'm taking it too deep already. Okay, money. Let's go back in time just a bit, and we can't go really deep because I'm trying to keep this simple. Basically, money is debt. Debt is money. Okay? So, because we're all going to make money and we're going to get on here and I'm going to show you. But this is important, and I think that people should be looking at this in depth, and we can go deeper and deeper and deeper on this, and I welcome comments on this video and so on. People are waking up to this as well in this country here in the UK, in the United States, and other countries in Europe and across the world. Okay, so money is debt. Debt is money. Okay, if there was no debt, there would be no money. If we go back a bit, back in history, we're not going to go way back, and we're not going to make it too complicated, but I'm sure you can probably all understand about probably years ago about barter and so on, and that's still the principles about money, and about I want you to do this for me and you do this for me, and so on and so forth. The reason there's big money being made at the moment, and also the reason there's all these cutbacks and everything else, is because the foundation of what money is, and also what you believe it is, and what you've been taught at school. And that's important as well. And we're going to talk all about the school system. I'm trying to make it simple as I can. So, once again, debt is money. This is a scruffy one that Tesco's gave me, because Tesco's don't. This came in my change the other day when I bought something for cash. I deal very rarely in cash. This is a £5 note in the UK, and if I read what it says up here, and you can check this on the internet and everything else, and it says it's got Bank of England, and it says, and this is, I quote, I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £5. This is an IOU. So coming back again to money, what we call money, what we use as money, is debt. And that's really important, and you must remember that, because we can create our own money by creating debt. Yeah? Okay, so money is debt. Debt is money. This is an IOU. We can't even go any further back than this. We can in investments and so on. I don't want to make it too deep, but in the working man's on the street, we can't go any further back than this, because if I take this to the Bank of England and say I want my £5, what are they going to give me? Another IOU probably. They'll never give me the £5, will they? So what is the £5? Now, you'll never get it, because there is no £5. Okay, money is conjured up and created into existence in the form of debt. That's it. It's no more complicated than that. You know, we can talk about lots of ways to make, we can go really deep into this so you know how to make your own money. And by the way, you can't go and print this like this, because if you do, you'll be done for counterfeiting and you go to prison. Okay, right. We'll just go do a quick history lesson. 1971, the US dollar is one of the most prominent currencies, and I say currency, in the world. Okay, so let's go to the US now. The US dollar used to be fixed to gold, so it used to be fixed to the gold standard. Now I want all your comments on this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not or whatever. So in 1971, which is interestingly when I was born. So when I was born, I was born into a fiat currency world. What's a fiat currency? Now you can look all this up on Wikipedia and so on. A fiat currency is a currency which is based on trust. So this £5 note in the UK is worthless, but it's worth something for me in trading because everybody else will accept it. It's just an idea, okay? Money is an idea, that's it. Yeah? And it's a belief system, that's it. Okay, belief systems are created in school, through the government and everything else. Now, we're going to come on to other videos about how the government and the whole system controls this, and the police and everything else, but I want you to know that debt is money, and this is actually worthless. But it's actually worth something, actually, in the marketplace, because it is, because someone else will take this. I can go down to the pub, buy myself a drink. It was my birthday last week. Okay, so just keep it simple still. So this is debt. This is debt. This is an IOU. Right, we can't go too deep on that because it's going to make it complicated. But basically, let's just keep the principle simple, and we'll do some more videos, and we're going to talk about all of this, how all this works. Right, how does money come into existence? That's important. Money comes to existence because it's lent into existence. Yeah. When you go to the bank, or you get a credit card, let's make this simple so people understand. Also, by the way, money is created in the money markets in the form of derivatives and contracts and so on and so forth, and that gets all very complicated, and futures and so on. Let's just talk about what's happening with most people would understand. If I go to the bank and I can show you my cards, I'm not going to show you at the moment, but we'll probably next time. I used to have private banking at NatWest. At NatWest, you can have private banking. I used to have their black credit card, whatever. Access to VIP lounges at airports, you know. We can show you that. But this is an interesting phenomenon. So, what happens is money is lent into existence. It's not actually, nothing is actually lent. Nothing is ever lent. Yeah. When someone gives you, like a bank gives you a £10,000 limit credit card, or a £5,000 credit card, or a £20,000 credit card, or a mortgage for £250,000 or whatever, it just creates that on a computer. That's it. And from that day on, you pay that back and interest. Now, if you and me, or working class people, or whoever, were to create money out of thin air, or print our own money, then we would be convicted of counterfeiting. Now, don't worry if this doesn't sink in, because most people don't know about this, and they don't understand how money works. It's incredibly simple, and when you know how incredibly simple it is, you realise that the rich organisations and the big banks on the top of it are mugging us of our wealth. Well, they are and they're not, and we can work with this system, and that's why this is important. So I thought this would be an introduction. So let's just go basically back over it. Money is debt, debt is money. If there was no debt, there would be no money. In 1971, the US dollar came off the gold standard. Before that, the US dollar used to be pegged to gold, so it would have assets and some amount of gold, and the dollar would be pegged to it. Once it came off the US standard in 1971, the US was able to print, at the time, we don't have computer money then, as much money as it wanted to, so it can print its way out of debt. Now we're in an electronic style of money, which means that we don't actually have to print money. So money is created on a computer screen, okay, by the banks. So the US does it. The US dollar is the predominantly strong fiat currency in the world. Obviously, it's always a different currency. The UK pound, I'm in the UK here, is obviously pegged to the dollar, but it's also a fiat currency. So all fiat currencies are not linked to anything tangible. So the danger for all this is if governments keep issuing too much money, or the belief system goes down, which it might do because of me making this video, it means that the currency could return to its actual real value, which is zero. Okay, we're not going to go too much more deeper into it on this video, I don't think. I think I've explained it probably simply. If you don't understand, watch it again. But, you know, we can keep repeating ourselves. The money is made up by the banks. So the European banks, the world banks, and the local banks for this country makes the money up on a computer screen. That's it. There's nothing else to it. So that's where money is created. Also, we can talk about the money markets and derivatives and contracts and so on. That's something else. But I want you to know, so if you go to the bank and they give you a £5,000 loan, they type it into the computer. That's it. They don't loan you anything. We can talk about fractional reserve and whatever. But I just want you to know that the principle is that's it. Yeah. And we're all running around like mugs, right? But if we all think that, the currency will collapse. There's some interesting things going on at the moment with the world economy and so on. There's no shortage of money because money is made up. Just remember that, okay? That's it. Anyway, for now, for Internet Tutor, just sitting here tonight and doing, just thought I'd explain that because we'll do more videos on money and everything now. Everything, man. Everything that's going on. There's some fascinating things going on at the moment, and we're in a big time of change with money and politics and everything else, and we'll come on to that. But I was 40 the other week. No drink tonight. Take it easy. So for myself, the Internet Tutor, class dismissed.